Did you take any interviews on philosophy and French per se? I'm really curious about that.
Yes. So
Okay.
to give an example, for philosophy, I got a logic question to
Sure.
begin
Okay.
with. So like, give you some arguments or some questions, and you have to present your reasoning and then give a conclusion, like true or false. Maybe give one of these typical ones, like four people talking to each other, they each made a statement, and you're meant to say, and they then tell you, one of them is lying, everyone else is telling the truth. So who is lying? Who's telling the truth? But tell us how you reason. That's most important. They want you to show how you think, and then they want the test from that what how able you are at doing the tasks that would be associated with the subject.
Okay.
So I had that. The second part, I had another discussion about some moral problem about personal identity, I think. So one of the topics in philosophy. To give you an idea, under what conditions can a person still be himself after death has happened? For example, if I've undergone
Mm.
a brain swap, but my brain has been replaced by someone else's brain, do I survive as the same person, or am I
Mm.
another person? Interesting question like this.
Okay.
For the French one, I had some commentary exam on a poem. They basically gave
Wow.
me some.
That's fun.
They gave me something to read during the exam. I wasn't given this before. Interview started, and they're like, "So, hello, here's a poem. We'll give you 5 minutes to analyze this, and then you tell us what you think." And then they turn off the camera, and it's just a poem. And then you're just writing
Really?
away, and then just
Oh.
panicking for 5 minutes. And ideally, you're not panicking, but I did. And then eventually it's sort of, I think for the French one, which is a very literary subject, it is a literature subject, I think.
Mm.
Mathematical subject, you're supposed to show how sensitive you are to some of the interpretation parts. For example, how do you interpret this? How do you recognize the stylistic differences? And that's all these quite technical. But of course, you weren't expected to know a lot of theories or terminologies at that point. So all you have
Yeah.
to do is, I noticed there's an interesting fact between this and this. I don't have to
Mm.
describe it, but there's a connection. They'll tell you, oh, actually, that's good because this connection in our terminology is called diatic or is called onomatopoeia or something. And then they'll, with that, you have the ability, even though you weren't in a position to know these terminology. And it's quite interesting.